why me? Exactly why me? Why would you choose somebody like me, Lord? Why would you choose me to be a leader? Why would you choose me to lead your people out of slavery? I'm guessing that's what Moses thought. Somebody that couldn't speak, somebody that wasn't verbal, couldn't speak to other people, that didn't know the first thing about leading. He wasn't chosen because he was handsome, because he was strong, because anything physical. He chose him because of his heart, because of what was inside of him. God knows everything about you and I more than anyone else does. He knows more about you and I than we actually do ourselves. We don't know anything. God knows everything. When I was growing up, I was picked on a lot. I was bullied. I was beat down, and I believed things kids told me. I believed the things that were thrown at me. I believed everything that was said. And so that's how I acted. That's how I lived my life. As a worthless, just lonely kid. I was depressed. Why would God make me that way? Why would God let bad things happen to me and to other people that live a good life and they go to church and do what they're supposed to do? Why me? Why would you make me just nothing? Why would I feel like nothing? It's not God. It's this world of sin, the sin that we live in. People will tell you that you're not good enough, and that is what I was told. I was told that you were not good enough and that you can't keep going. But God never gave up on me. I said, there's no God. If there's a God that's love, then why do I feel this way? Why do I feel so worthless? Why do I feel like I can't go anymore? My legs feel crippled. I'm 18, but I feel like I'm 60. I don't feel like I can go on anymore. God brought me up out of the dirt. No matter how many times I pushed him out of the way, no matter how many times I said, I don't need you, you don't exist, he was still there and he still loved me and he wanted me. He wanted everything to do with me, even though I wanted nothing to do with him. God asks us to do things out of our comfort zones. He asks us to go over and beyond what we think that we can do, because he knows we can do more than we think that we can do. We've been told that you can't go. You can't go anymore. You can't do this, but I can, because I know what the gospel is and I know what God has for me. I'm going to screw up a million more times tomorrow. I'm going to screw up a million more times today, next week. But God hasn't left me. God hasn't left us. His grace is still abounding and still in full of me. It's in my heart. My heart is overflowing with the Holy Spirit. Why? Because he loves us. He loves us simply because he loves. It all comes down to faith. And faith is more about than seeing physical bodies. Because we don't see God. We don't see a physical body. Like I'm looking at you. You don't see a physical God. That he is there. It's about having faith. It's about seeing what is not there. It's not always about seeing. It's about having faith. When God asked Moses to pick up the staff and turn it into a snake, he dropped it. He freaked out. I feel like that's the life that we live. We're scared to pick up the staff because it's a snake. But when you picked it up, it's a staff again. I was afraid to pick up that staff. My whole life, I couldn't pick up the staff because I thought I would die. I thought I couldn't go anymore. I thought I was going to get bit. But I didn't. As soon as I picked up that staff, I was reborn. In other words, I was baptized. God baptized me, not just in a physical way, but in a spiritual way. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve any of that. We don't deserve any of the bloodshed. We don't deserve any of the pain that he suffered for us, Son of God. He stood up there hours, arms up like this, praying, God, why have you forsaken me? But he did. He loves him. The thing that he was scared of the most was being separated from his father, from his dad. Abba, Father. He was scared to be separated. And yet God has this love for us. Why? Because we're his children. We have this chance that he gave to Moses. Moses had the chance and he took it. He led the people out of slavery into freedom, into God's loving and cherishing arms. Like I said, faith isn't always seeing. It's about believing. It's about having faith. Faith is what you need. Christ is what you need no matter where you go, no matter what you do. Christ will be here always.